The question is, does the 3902 fit in a dump trailer? Absolutely it does. This one is 16 by 7. Fits no problem at all. Now I do have an implement on the back, so in that case you do need to throw the bucket up top. No big deal. Now you could definitely turn and send the bucket backward, but I'm doing it this way for right now because the load is very stable. It's in the right spot. But with a 3-point attachment, you absolutely can fit it into a dump trailer. Without a 3-point attachment, you can fit the whole tractor into the dump trailer with the bucket down, and it fits just fine. You can bias it over to the side, so even if you got a little bit wider butt, you can still fit through there. No problem at all. Now, it is cold, so if my articulation isn't as good as it could be, it's cold out here, and I was just using the loader for a good while, so excuse the tight upper lip. But it definitely fits into a dump trailer without issue. I have not tried it with a brush mower yet. I think we'll end up backing it in. Now the concern is the physical length of the brush mower. Looks like we got good 2.5 foot up front. Now the brush mower, being a 5-foot mower, is going to stick a good ways off the back, so that'll be interesting. That'll be another one. Now I will say the Diamond C low profile dump trailer design is really easy to drive up into. This is an awesome trailer, and I went with the 44-inch sides, number one, because it better encapsulates the load. Number two, I knew with the equipment that I was using, I wouldn't have any problem between a skid steer and between this and a mini excavator to load things into it. I knew I wasn't going to have a height issue. If you have a 1 Series or a BX Kubota, like a 1 Series John Deere, or even like an earlier 2 Series John Deere, they don't have the bucket reach, and it would be very, very hard to get to load up this trailer with one of those. So a BX Kubota or whatever the heck, the New Holland or Case or any other type of brand, Coyote and whatever. If it's one of those subcompact ones, the 44-inch sides might be a big problem, but I like the 44-inch sides because they really encapsulate the load. I put pallets in here, so I've used it for wood, used it for mulch, used it for garbage, concrete, general stuff. Works awesome. It also works great for hauling your tractor around. And I will say too, the flexibility that dump trailer provides you, I didn't realize how useful it was until I had one. I use it all the time. Literally, there's so much you can do with it, and it's awesome for hauling around loose goods because they're protected within the high sidewalls. I really, really like that. So if you're on the fence about getting instead of an equipment trailer, to use a dump trailer, I will say 14 would be a little too small. I'm glad I went with the 16. The 14 would be a big problem, I think. It would just get to be way too small for this, but the 16 works amazing. I absolutely love the setup. It tows really nice, and as you can see, number one, I have it in park. Number two, I'm going to tie it down. But I kind of got the bucket impinging a little bit on the front here. So, I mean, that definitely helps. You definitely want to strap things down if you're going any appreciable distance or any speed or, appreciable speed. But it sits really nice. I'm going to back up a little bit. No problem at all. Truck's at a reasonable level. The Timberins are, I'm sure, being used right now. Looks like it's hitting a little bit. It's hard to tell. The Timberins are definitely being used, but that's fine. That's what they're there for. But yeah, so 16 by 7 LPT, I think, could totally be used in lieu of an equipment trailer. If you have a flail mower, you'll be really in good shape. I got a brush mower because the initial jobs I need to do is going to be very destructive. So I figured the brush mower would work better. In the long term, I would like to get a hydraulically offset flail mower, which is why I got the hydraulic deals on my tractor, my rear remotes. I would like to have a hydraulic offset flail, and a flail would be a similar size to this in terms of length. So you could definitely carry around a flail on this with the bucket up in the air. You definitely aren't going to carry, if you take your loader off, if you're only going to be doing mower work, you start fitting a lot more stuff. I will get the mower in here, make another video of loading a mower, in my case, a 5-foot brush mower, But like I said, the long-term solution is going to be a flail mower, but I want to do the major destruction with a brush cutter. So that's kind of the route that I've gone. And also too, it's really hard to get flail mowers right now, and the specific one that I want, I can't get. So we're going to wait and see. I would like to have the hydraulic offset, like I said, so that way it would tip and it would go out like this. So to me, that would bring a lot of value to what I'm trying to do. So anyway, so this is fitting a L3902 into a dump trailer. Again, 16 by 7. Works really well. The Diamond C really is all... I mean, look how reasonable that is. Not a scary incline. It's really safe. Anybody can do it. It's not scary at all. Stays super stable. A big improvement. These low profile dump trailer designs are really awesome for this. And like I said, the dump trailer provides a huge opportunity for hauling loose material or just general cargo too. And it does come with 4 tie downs. My buddy's going to weld in 2 more, I think. I mean, I could, but he has a gas-powered welder, which makes it easier to bring it wherever you want to go. I'm going to add two more, one on each side, D-rings, to make it easier to strap down loose cargo. But it's an awesome setup. So L3902 fits, no problem with implement. But with bucket in the air, take the bucket off, it would fit easily. Without an implement, the whole thing fits in with the bucket down, and we will have to check back up on the brush mower because I can't answer that quite yet. So there's your a really standard setup is going to be like a grapple with a counterweight, and this works great for if you're doing like land leveling, of course, but it also makes for a great counterweight, and that's kind of why I had it here today, was the counterweight for loading stone with the bucket. So it's kind of why it's here. So this worked out just fine. So if you want to see more content on loading dump trailers or tractors or whatever, please remember to like and subscribe. Take care of yourselves.